It's often said that there's a big mismatch between the skills people have and the skills that employers need, leading to unfilled jobs and unemployment. But what if I told you that this skills gap might be more of a myth than reality? Today we'll explore a variety of studies to uncover what's really going on in the global job market. The term skills gap has become a buzzword in many industries. Employers across the world claim that they can't find enough skilled workers to fill roles. This narrative is commonly used to explain why positions remain vacant for long periods. But is a lack of skills really the problem? A growing body of researchers suggests otherwise. A study from the World Economic Forum reports that while automation and digital transformation are changing the skills landscape, the issue might not be as simple as a lack of qualified workers. Instead, it's about how we understand and frame the challenges of the labor market. Let's take a closer look. Many studies, including one by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, have found that there's often a mismatch between the skills people have and the skills employers say they need. But here's the twist. This isn't necessarily because workers are underqualified or underskilled. Instead, it's often due to three major factors. Number one, job quality. Number two, wages and benefits. Number three, employer expectations. Across many countries, including both developed and developing nations, the issue is not always a lack of skilled workers, but a lack of quality jobs. Employers often demand advanced skills, but they are offering positions that are low-paying, unstable, or lack basic benefits. The International Labour Organization (ILO) has found that many of the jobs advertised as hard to fill are not attractive enough to potential workers because the wages and working conditions don't match the level of expertise required. So when employers say they can't find skilled workers, they might actually mean they're not offering competitive compensation. For instance, a 2019 study from the UK found that companies struggling to hire in fields like IT and healthcare were offering salaries well below market rates, which made it difficult to attract qualified professionals. If the job doesn't pay well, is it really a skills gap or a gap in expectations? In many parts of the world, jobs remain unfilled, not because workers lack skills, but because the wages and conditions aren't appealing. This has been a common phenomenon all throughout the global economy. A 2021 European Commission report showed that while Europe has a significant shortage of workers in sectors like construction, manufacturing, and IT, many of these jobs pay less than similar roles in other industries. Workers may have the right skills, but they simply aren't willing to work for wages that don't reflect their expertise or the high cost of living in major cities. And it's not just about pay. Benefits like healthcare, paid leave, and job security are crucial in attracting skilled workers. In a globalized economy where workers can move between markets more easily, jobs need to offer competitive packages to draw the talent they need. Around the world, employers are increasingly raising their standards for job candidates. What used to be considered entry-level positions now require years of experience or advanced degrees. This phenomenon is often referred to as credential creep. Jobs that previously required a high school certificate or equivalent now often demand a university degree, and positions that used to require a bachelor's now ask for a master's degree or specific certifications. The Harvard Business Review recently published a global report showing that employers often overestimate the skills required for certain roles, creating artificial barriers that keep qualified candidates from applying. Workers may have the ability to learn on the job, but they are being excluded due to increasingly unrealistic job requirements. As we know, industries worldwide are undergoing massive changes due to automation and digitization. But does that mean there's global shortage for tech talent? Not necessarily. In many cases, workers are perfectly capable of adapting to new technologies, but companies often opt for automation and outsourcing instead of upskilling their current workforce. The World Bank published a study showing that developing countries could see a dramatic increase in productivity if businesses invested in worker training programs to adapt to automation rather than simply replacing workers with machines. The McKinsey Global Institute also reported that while automation may eliminate certain repetitive jobs, it also creates opportunities in emerging sectors if companies provide workers with training and tools they need to transition into these new roles. The solution to the so-called skills gap may not be found in workers going back to school or getting more degrees, but how employers approach training. The World Economic Forum recommends that businesses focus on lifelong learning and reskilling initiatives to ensure workers can adapt to changes in the labor market. A PwC global survey found that companies who invest in upskilling their workforce are far more successful in filling critical roles. Instead of expecting workers to come pre-equipped with every new skills, businesses should take an active role in helping them grow and adapt. After all, no one can predict every twist and turn of technological advancement, but people are capable of learning if they are given the chance. Finally, we can't ignore the role of education. In many countries, critics argue that schools are failing to prepare students for the modern job market. But this critique is often oversimplified. The education system isn't broken. It's misaligned with the rapidly changing needs of the global economy. Rather than completely overhauling education, many experts advocate for stronger partnerships between schools and industries to create more targeted, job-specific programs. Countries like Germany and Switzerland have long relied on apprenticeships and vocational training, which bridge the gap between education and employment. This model has been highly successful at preparing workers for specific industries, offering an alternative to the traditional university route. So, is there really a global skills gap? The answer is more complicated than it seems. While there are undoubtedly challenges in matching workers to jobs, it's not always due to lack of skills. The problem lies in job quality, wages, employer expectations, and a lack of investment in training. The world has the talent it needs, but we must rethink how we nurture and develop that talent. Employers need to step up and invest in workers, offering better wages, benefits, and opportunities for growth. Only then can we truly bridge the gap between the skills people have and the jobs that are available. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on the world of work and the future of employment. Let us know what you think about the skills gap debate. Drop a comment below.